Hey, welcome back to MGM. My name is Jimmy. I have been a bit under the weather this week. You can probably tell from my voice. In lieu of a battle report, I wanted to make a quick update video to let you know what was coming on the channel. I'm really excited about a lot of these things, and I hope you are too. Alright, let's talk Mordheim first, and I am still 3D printing some buildings. These are going to be pretty versatile. This is just some scattered terrain to lay around to give the board a little variation, and they could also be used for other games, probably World War II games such as Bolt Action. I'm also getting ready to prime these guys today. This is the Skaven and the Reichlanders, so that's coming very soon. I'm really excited about bringing this project to life, and if all things go right, maybe I'll have some of these guys painted up this weekend. So speaking of Bolt Action and Warlord games, this is a new game that we're going to be exploring in the near future. This is Pike and Shotte, their epic battles, and this is the starter set called Push of Pike. I received this in the mail from Warlord Games, and I'm very excited to make a few battle reports and bring some battles from this era to life. This mainly focuses on the 17th century battles in Europe, mainly looking at the English Civil War as well as the 30 Years' War. And having a quick flick through the rulebook, it does seem that there is some consistencies from some of the modifiers and things like that that you would see in Bolt Action. I do like how they've included this summary, and this is a 260-page rulebook, so it is pretty hefty and packed with a lot of history. I started to read through some of the book last night, and I think this is going to be just a fantastic looking game on the battlefield. When you think about this era of gunpowder as well as cavalry and swords, it just really makes for an epic scene on the tabletop. Now, I know I mentioned epic scale, so these are going to be a lot smaller, and this box has over 1,300 troops in it, but they are about 14-ish millimeters tall. The box has a lot of flags in it, so you can run your army as different factions that are battling across Europe. And they also included a lot of the heraldry that you would have seen from the 30-Year War as well as the English Civil War. It also includes a painting guide, which I think is really helpful, and you paint these guys up in a regiment, so it looks like 10 men in a line, and then when you put them all together, I just think that this looks fantastic. In the box, you'll also find some terrain for the scale, some buildings and walls and things like that. It is kind of the detailed MDF that we've all gotten pretty used to at this point. I will probably also look at some 3D print options as well, just because I really like my terrain to have that hard plastic feel to it. Still, it's a nice addition for a box like this, because when you're playing a war game, you want to have a few things besides your dice and rulers. You want to have your armies, obviously, your miniatures, and you want to have some terrain. Again, it comes with a rule summary right here on the top that I really like, and then we look at sprue overload. And these just look so cool. I can't believe that they have packed the detail into these models as small as they are. You can see their straps, you can see the clothes that they're wearing, you can tell what they are. These are all hard plastic and just extremely well done. They actually made all of these sprues in 2 separate colors, so if you're not like me and you just wanted to put your miniatures out on the table and get a feel for the game and have a battle, you could easily do that just based on the color code of the sprues. As you can see from some of these up-close shots, it is a lot of miniatures, but I can promise you in this scale it tends to go pretty quickly, because normally the pants are going to all be one color and you're just dragging your brush quickly across getting those. Easily do the pikes and the shirts and helmets, and the regiment is pretty much ready to go. There's not a lot of connection points on these miniatures, and cleanup would be minimal. I'm probably just going to prime and paint these guys right on the sprue and then clip them off after. Basing on these guys should be pretty straightforward, as it looks like the regiments are just going to slot down into these pegs onto the bases, and of course there's just a ton of miniatures in here, and how exciting it's going to be to see them on a battlefield. As always, I'll put some links down in the description below so you can do some research on your own And once again, just a big thank you to Warlord Games for sending this over. I really look forward to bringing this to life through some narrative battle reports. Up next, I have finished some Gondor Rangers from the Middle-earth strategy battle game, and these guys you'll be seeing in the Battle Company's battle reports that we've been doing very soon. Along with that in the background, I've been trying to assemble the terrain as well, which may also do pretty well for Mordheim. I've also got some goblins that I've ordered, as well as elves through this little box set here. Looking at Necromunda, there's always exciting things coming. I'm looking to get my Ironhead Prospectors finished up. I also have a Delax Spiker and a lot of brutes and things like that that I hope to introduce in our campaign. Also for bolt action, I've been really working on my Soviets so we can move a few battles to the Eastern Front. Last weekend, I got a ton of this box assembled. I also made a lot of investments in Flame of War, but you can see those bolt action Soviets right here that I've put together. Really looking forward to getting some paint on them as well and having them on the channel in the near future. Alright, that wraps it up for this week's video. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch. Feel free to let me know what you think about any of these things down in the comments below. I always look forward to reading those. You leave a thumbs up for me. That would be fantastic as well. Hope you guys have a fantastic week coming, fantastic weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.